In the day's other news, a gunman opened fire at a local newspaper in Annapolis, Maryland, killing 5 people and wounding several more. A reporter for the Capital Gazette said the shooter fired into the newsroom. Police said that a white male suspect is in custody. Aerial video showed people walking out of the building with hands above their heads. Officials say police arrived within a minute after getting the alert.
We were here quickly. We came into the building very quickly. We received a call as an active shooter. The building is secure from a tactical standpoint. That means that right now we believe that there are no other shooters in the building.
There was no immediate word on a possible motive. President Trump and Russia's President Vladimir Putin will hold a long-expected summit on July 16th in Helsinki, Finland. The Kremlin and the White House announced the details today. The leaders had 2 brief meetings last year. A full summit had been postponed in light of investigations into Russian meddling in the 2016 U.S. presidential elections. Deputy U.S. Attorney General Rod Rosenstein today defended the integrity of the Russia probe, which is ongoing. He faced hostile Republicans at a hearing of the Judiciary Committee in the House of Representatives. They claimed that he is withholding documents that show FBI bias against President Trump during the 2016 election campaign. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan charged that Rosenstein and FBI Director Christopher Wray are obstructing congressional oversight.
Why are you keeping information from Congress?
Congressman, I am not keeping any information from Congress.
I got it right here.
Respond, sir.
Mr. Chairman, he should be given the opportunity.
Now, Mr. Jordan,
it's redacted.
I am the Deputy Attorney General of the United States. Okay? I'm not the person doing the redacting. I'm responsible for responding to your concerns as I have. I have a team with me, sir. It's just a fraction of the team that's doing this work, and whenever you brought issues to my attention, I have taken appropriate steps to remedy them. So your statement that I'm personally keeping information from you, trying to conceal information
You're
from
the
the
boss,
people,
Mr. Rosenstein.
That's correct. And my job is to make sure that we respond to your concerns. We have, sir. Now, I've appointed...
Later, the House passed a Republican resolution that orders the Justice Department to produce documents on the Russia probe and the Clinton email investigation. New protests broke out across the country today demanding that separated migrant families be reunited. In Washington, hundreds occupied a Senate office building. Police arrested 575 protesters, including Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal from Washington State. Meanwhile, First Lady Melania Trump made another trip to the southern border, this time to Tucson, Arizona. She toured a Border Patrol center and a short-term holding facility for migrant children. The U.S. State Department warned that taking children from their families makes them more vulnerable to being enslaved. The department today issued its annual report on human trafficking. It said children in government-run facilities become, quote, easy targets due to isolation and poor oversight. There was no reference to the president's now rescinded policy of separating migrant families. Leaders of the European Union talked today about ways to stop large migrant flows across the Mediterranean. They met in Brussels and discussed screening people at centers across North Africa before they try to set sail. The issue has roiled Germany's politics, and today in Berlin, Chancellor Angela Merkel defended taking in thousands of migrants during 2015.
400,000 refugees had already arrived. There were very many. We said in an exceptional situation we will help, and that we did. And now, as then, I think it was the right decision, ladies and gentlemen.
Merkel was heckled by far-right lawmakers and answered by yelling back. She also faces a rebellion within her governing coalition. Australia has won a major trade dispute over its trailblazing tobacco packaging law. The World Trade Organization ruled today that the 2012 law has not hindered fair trade. It mandates plain wrapping for cigarettes and other tobacco products. A number of other countries applied similar rules on tobacco packaging after Australia's action. Back in this country, the U.S. Senate voted to approve a new farm bill. It reauthorizes a variety of programs ranging from nutrition assistance to crop subsidies. Now it has to be reconciled with a House version that imposes strict work requirements for food assistance benefits. And on Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 98 points to close at 24,216. The Nasdaq rose 58, and the S&P 500 added 16. Still to come on the NewsHour, New York's Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand on the looming battle over the next Supreme Court justice. The struggle to reunite families separated at the border. Using architecture to serve the greater good in rural America, and much more.